Everyone. So I was just going around living my life like most people do, when suddenly out of the blue my ears are hit with that piercing noise that derives from the darkest depths of suffering and evil. A baby's laughter. Now I can hear you sighing all the way from over there, but let me tell you why this is not a good sound. A baby's laughter means that there is a baby in the area, and a baby in the area means that there is a high risk of crying, and crying means that you better leave the area if you want to remain sane. Now, if that area is a bus and your name is not Evil Knievel, you're not leaving that area anytime soon. At least not soon enough. So you're stuck listening to that baby's crying until, like an angel from above, the bus driver stops and lets you out. Okay, you probably think that I'm a weakling. Oh, can't stand a little crying, boo-hoo. But this is torment on so many levels. A baby crying, scratch that, a child of any age crying, is such a pain to me. Not only do they produce sounds that could compete with those of a heavy metal concert, they also do this without any meaning whatsoever. Now you can call me whatever you please, but most of the time I hate children. Not only because they are annoying little shits, okay, well mostly, but also because they make literally zero sense. They cry when they don't get what they want. They cry when they get what they want, and there is zero logic behind any decision they make. I get that they haven't developed logical and consequential thinking yet, but I hate watching the poor people that we call parents stand in front of a mini-human trying to explain why they cannot stick their tongue in the electrical outlet. Even more so, I feel pain in my heart, not literal pain, when children hasn't fully understood the concept of money, and so they want everything they can see, and the fools, also known as parents, must once again face the horror of arguing with a child, trying to explain that you can't get everything. But wait a second, you were a child once. And sadly, you are right. But don't think that that will stop me. I despise children so much that I even hate myself as a child. I can't think of myself as a child without frustration or disgust, because I know exactly how stupid I was as a child. The thought that I used to be one of those snotty little bastards really pains me. But hey, I'm not unreasonable, right? And while making this episode, I did a lot of thinking, and I realized that I have to accept that children can't help it. They haven't had a chance to develop any social skills. I guess that all children are inherently shit, since they are children. But what really makes a difference is that some parents are better at controlling their children. So actually, I'm mad at the parents. I said that I feel sorry for the parents who have to deal with their children in the first place. You know what? I retract that statement. I realize that the parents that argue with their children are the ones not controlling them in the first place. It's they who are at fault for letting their child cry, scream, kick, or generally be a nuisance. But hey, aren't you bashing on your own parents now? You might think so, but I firmly remember, and is told, that around people I would act like a normal human. I'm mostly ashamed for a few occurrences and sometimes being a wanker to my family, but all that was in the confinement of my own home, so that's okay. How often do you see parents that are totally worn out, look like crap, and does not care about what their child is doing? Too often is my answer to that. Were they not informed about how shit it is to have children? Did they never see the worn out parents themselves? Did they never think once about how horrible they probably were as children themselves? I think that we should blame social media for setting an unrealistic picture of children. But that's a whole other episode. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, that if you're not going to take super duper amounts of responsibility and be really freaking careful about it, don't have children.